You know when you see a beautiful brick house or maybe a brand new addition, but something just feels off. There's that one patch of brick that's a little too light or a little too dark, and it just sticks out like a sore thumb. Well, today we're going to dive into that exact frustration and talk about the real permanent solution.
So let's put you in this scenario. You've just spent a lot of money on a gorgeous room addition. Or maybe you had to get a section of your wall repaired. The work looks great, the crew is gone, but your eye keeps getting pulled to that one spot. The color is just wrong. It's a really jarring thing that can honestly ruin the feel of the whole project. So what is going on here?
And yeah, this is exactly what I'm talking about. This isn't just some small detail. It's a huge visual break in the harmony of your home's exterior. This contrast between the original brick and the new stuff is the kind of thing that can drive you absolutely crazy. But why is it so hard to get a perfect match in the first place?
Well, it turns out that getting a perfect brick match isn't nearly as simple as just buying the same color from the store. There are actually a few hidden factors at play that make it an incredibly tricky task, even for the pros. It really just boils down to these three things. First, you've got manufacturing variations. Brick is a natural product, right? So tiny changes in firing temperature or the minerals in the clay can totally change the color from one batch to the next. Second, manufacturers are always discontinuing brick styles, so for older homes, finding an exact match can be literally impossible. And third, and this is the one most people forget, the mortar. So, look at this number, 20%. Let that sink in for a second. What on earth could that be referring to in a brick wall? It's not the weight, it's not the price, it's the surface area.
This kind of reframes the whole problem, doesn't it? We get so focused on the bricks themselves, but the mortar, the stuff in between, makes up a full fifth of what you actually see. So even a slight change in the sand color or the cement mix can dramatically alter how you perceive the color of the whole wall, even if the bricks are a pretty darn close match. Okay, so you're faced with this frustrating mismatch. What do a lot of people do? They reach for what seems like the easiest fix in the world, a can of paint. I get it, it seems like a simple way to get one uniform color. But this solution is actually one of the absolute worst things you can do to your brick.
And this right here is a critical warning. You see, normal house paints, like latex or acrylic, create a film that just sits on top of the brick. But brick is porous. It's like a sponge. It has to be able to breathe. The moment you seal it up with paint, you're basically setting a trap for some serious long-term damage.
And this shows you exactly what's going on underneath that seemingly harmless coat of paint. Moisture from rain or humidity gets into the brick, but it can't get out. It's trapped, and that's where the real trouble begins to brew.
And here's how that quick fix turns into a complete disaster. First, that trapped moisture has to go somewhere, so it pushes outwards, making the paint peel and blister. Then, that constantly damp environment becomes a perfect breeding ground for mold and mildew. And finally, the worst part, the brick itself starts to fall apart and crumble. It's a process called spalling. All of a sudden, your quick fix has caused permanent structural damage.
Okay, so we figured out that finding a perfect match is next to impossible and that painting is a huge, destructive mistake. So that leaves the big question. Is there any way to fix mismatched brick that's safe, effective, and actually permanent? Well, the good news is, the answer is a huge yes.
The real solution isn't some kind of cover-up. It's a treatment that works with the brick, not against it. It's called mineral-based staining, and it's a specialized process that totally changes the game for color-correcting masonry.
And this chart breaks it down perfectly. While paint just sits on the surface like a plastic bag, trapping moisture and failing pretty quickly, a mineral stain does the exact opposite. It actually soaks into the brick. It stays breathable, and it's designed to last for decades, not just a couple of years.
So just to be super clear, a mineral stain is not paint at all. It's a special formula that absorbs into the pores of the brick and creates a chemical bond. It literally becomes part of the brick itself. It changes the color without slapping a film over the surface, and that means the brick can still breathe, letting moisture in and out just like it's supposed to.
And what's so cool about this is that the whole process is this amazing blend of science and art. It's not just about slapping on a product. It's about an artist skillfully blending colors to bring back the visual harmony of the building.
And the benefits here are just so obvious. You get a perfect match that actually accounts for the natural tones and shading of brick. A skilled technician can apply it to just a few bricks or a whole wall, blending it in perfectly. And, most importantly, because it's breathable, it will never, ever peel or blister. the final result is totally seamless and looks completely natural.
And this is what it's all about. A seamless transition, a beautiful, harmonious look, and a permanent solution that protects the brick for the long haul. This is what you can achieve with the right technique. I mean, you can't even tell where the old brick ends and the new stuff begins. It's flawless.
So what's the big takeaway from all this? It's that you don't have to settle for a mismatched renovation. You don't have to choose between a jarring, patchy look and a destructive paint job. There is a proven, permanent, and safe solution out there that can restore the beauty and uniformity to your home. Ultimately, it really all comes down to this one question. When you think about the appearance and the health of your home, are you looking for a temporary patch that could end up causing more harm than good? Or are you looking for a real solution that's rooted in craftsmanship and will truly last for decades to come? The choice really does make all the difference.